Do you plan to call President Trump?
I will be reaching out to the White House and as we prepare to actually take office. I will be proactive in the work that I do, and I think that is because of the responsibility I hold to 8.5 million people of being their mayor. It is important that you are open to working with anyone, no matter what disagreements you may have.
So it wasn't just a hypothetical scenario on our debate stage. No. You're actually going to call him. What will you say?
Well, I'll say that I'm here to work for the benefit of everyone that calls the city home, and that wherever there is a possibility for working together towards that end, I'm ready. And if it's to the expense of those New Yorkers, I will fight it.
Chuck Schumer did think he could break us, but we broke him. And this may very well be the end of his tenure as the U.S. Senate minority leader. It seems as if Democrats are ready to move past him and turn the page. And it's a shame. It's a shame because it goes to show just how it doesn't matter how moderate you try to be or how, far left you try to be. You just can't be far left enough for some of these people that are in the base of their party here today. They want you to burn it all down. They want to destroy the institutions. Everything that they accuse President Trump of wanting to do, they are actively attempting to do. Every single accusation from them is a confession. And so I think that that's exactly why Chuck Schumer's fell out of favor with this party. It's exactly why you see them, hoisting up people like Jasmine Crockett as the face of their party, because she is now the face of their party. Mamdani is the face of their party now. That's the they chose, and that future will be their undoing. But you know what they say, when your enemy's in the middle of making a mistake, let them, and I'm proud to do it.
Let's head over to New York now, and they're not quite mayor yet. He won't be until the 1st of January, but Mamdani has been called out on social media by one of the New York councillors who put out onto X and said, "Hey, Netanyahu, let's come to New York City." And she's put it out that Mamdani had suggested he will arrest Netanyahu if the Jewish leader entered the city while under his tenure. She's also written in this X tweet that the spoiled kids who voted for him are going to realise very quickly that Zohran Mamdani is nothing but a scam. Now, the interesting thing about this is I'd love to see if Netanyahu does accept this invitation, because legally it can't happen anyway. So I just would love to see this all play out, because Mamdani was quite strong that he was going to be going and arresting Netanyahu if he stepped foot in New York City. But there is a US federal law called the American Services Members Protection Act, which basically means they do not take any rules from the ICC. So basically it's a violation of federal law if Mamdani uses NYPD to go and arrest Netanyahu in any capacity. So it will be interesting. I think Netanyahu should go along. Just
I suspect he won't. I suspect because why would you bother? Honestly, why would you
go and see Trump and then go via New York to see Trump along?
Yeah, I think Netanyahu really wouldn't want to get himself involved in the theatrics of this crap anyway. I think
it is worth noting, though, this councillor is in a very heavily Jewish population.
Yeah, sure. So, but I think he goes, this is not worth my time even getting involved in it, to be perfectly honest. But what she is demonstrating is just the ridiculousness of what Mamdani is talking about. I mean, you can't go around promising to do things that are illegal. And if you do go around promising to do things that are illegal, you deserve to be called out for it. So she's simply saying, well, put your money where your mouth is, mate. Like, if you want to do it, go ahead and do it, but you'll get in the you-know-what for doing so. Good on her for pointing it out.
I think this is just wonderful and a great example of how social media can be used very well by politicians. But there's a reason the US isn't a member of the Rome Statute, which is what creates the ICC and their jurisdiction over your country. And that is, as has been very clearly stated by the Trump administration, because they do unfairly go after Israel. They've released an arrest warrant for Netanyahu. So if Netanyahu travelled to countries like the UK, UK or France, they would legally, under the Rome Statute, have to arrest him. But have they released arrest warrants for any other world dictator, human rights abuser, anything like that? No, it's just Israel. And so it does point out how hypocritical and, I guess, really biased these international bodies have become. But part of me really would love to see the showdown. Mamdani there.
Especially because she invited him on January 1 when Mamdani takes office.
It'd be amazing with his pally protesters, and then just the National Guard comes in and just slams them all. It'd be wonderful.